Hey you guys, what is going on? Shaquan here from SLFX Trading, and in today's video I want to share with you guys how I've caught over 500 pips trading pound JPY. So when it comes to pound JPY, this is probably one of my favorite pairs to trade, and one of the reasons is I like the way price pulls back on this pair. Now, when I say pull back, that means within this trend. So pullbacks are very important because the more something pulls back, the more trading opportunities that you have. If something has high volatility or high momentum, there's rarely any pullbacks, which means you're not going to get a lot of trades. And so I just find that like pairs like pound JPY or euro JPY really have a lot of pullbacks that give me the space that I need and the opportunities that I need to jump into a few trades. Now, if you've been following my journey with this pair, then you know I've been bullish on this pair, and I'll even link previous videos down below this video so you guys can catch up with how I've actually been trading this pair over the last year, or the last, actually since 2022, okay? So y'all can follow me on this. So let's talk about how I caught the trade. Let's start at the weekly time frame. So if you're new to trading, or if you're trying to get like a grip on what trading is, then understand that like pairs move in seasons, right? Sometimes they're trending, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're easy to, to identify their movement, sometimes they're not. But what I like to say is keep your chart simple. The more simple your chart is, the more clean it is, the better you're able to navigate and trade it. So if you guys pay attention with me here, then you guys will see and follow along with me so you can see that this pair is in an uptrend. And the question is, how do you know that? Because you have to identify like the highest peaks and the lowest peaks here. You guys will see that the highest high here was at 158.221, and the previous high before that was just right here to the left around 156. And so the moment we got that highest peak here, this highest high where price could not pass this wick at 158.221, tells us that price is in an uptrend. So what that means for me is we now have to go find the lowest price before price got up to this point, which is the lowest wick right here at 148.468. And this is around the area to where you don't want price to pass. So this is where, whatever structures you trade, that's the structure you're going to have on your price chart. That's what you're going to want to enter on, right? And so previously, I had been buying this particular currency pair, but then we had a pullback. Price got to an area where I wanted to enter the trade again, especially after this candlestick right here. So I set a pending order here. And a pending order basically says that, hey, if you pass this certain exchange rate, then you could go ahead and trigger me into the trade automatically without me manually have to enter. And so that's actually what I ended up doing. And on the daily time frame is where you guys will see the order. And I'll even input here the actual order so you guys can see what I actually did, okay? So the pending order executed me in the trade around this candle here when price passed the exchange rate that you guys are going to see on my price chart. What my entry price was, I believe it was around like 152.873 or something like that, right? And so my take profit was right back up here to the previous higher high, around 158, I believe, 295s or 250s. And my stop loss was right here around 150.985, somewhere in here in this area. And so I categorize this as a long-term swing trade, because what this means is that I'm not looking for price to give me my profits in a day or within 24 hours or even a week, because it didn't take a week to pull back, okay? It took a couple weeks. And so whenever I have a long-term swing trade based on my weekly analysis, then I already know that, hey, you may take a couple weeks for me to take profit. So you are my slow money maker for right now. You're my longer term trade. And as you guys can see on the daily time frame here, from where I entered on the 11th, it's now giving me profit here today on the 22nd, which is 11 days later. Also include the weekends, right? But 11 days later, I have made over 500 pips on this pair. And it excites me because I love swing trading. I'm a swing trader at heart. Like, I can just see the bigger movements. Smaller movements are not too bad for me to catch as well. But I honestly prefer to let my trades run this way. Let my money make its money so I don't have to work hard for it. The analysis probably took like less than 2 to 3 minutes. And then entering the trade, because I said a pending order, didn't take any time at all. And so that is the swing trade. 1, price in the uptrend. 2, price reached an area where I wanted to enter the trade. 3, on the weekly time frame, I go back to it. Price gave a beautiful hammer, which was the signal it's giving us permission to enter, because if you guys know anything about candlesticks, the way I teach it, there are 4 candlesticks that give you their entry or permission, and this is one of those candlesticks, okay? So if you guys have any questions or any statements that you would like to add, or if this helps you in any way to know that you can take trades and hold trades long term, then comment them down below and let me know, okay? So you guys be blessed and have a great, safe trading week.